Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to continue our push towards the top of the leaderboard on my main Chief Pat account. Currently, we're sitting at number 32 in the world, and you guys have really been enjoying the pushing, so I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing today, see if we can win 3 battles in a row, and to see where that puts us inside of the global leaderboard as we make our way to the top. Now, as usual, I've been playing this Hog Rocket deck. However, this might be the last episode that I play it in. It's just a really risky deck. I feel like I'm getting away with a lot of stuff against people who are playing Elite Barbarians. The Elite Barbarians are just too strong right now, and I feel like I'm going to need an Elite Barbarian deck if I ever want to make my way to the top. Of course, I've had a lot of success so far. I think I have like a 90% win rate on my climb up to the top, so things have been going really well, but I feel like against some skilled Elite Barbarian players, it's going to be really hard to counter without using something like the Skeleton Army or using my own set of Elite Barbarians, so I want to make sure that I take care of that and I don't get left behind for the meta. Now, so far so good against Nova Gravity right here. I think this is the first Nova member I've faced since I started pushing up towards the top, and since he's going to defend that right-hand side super hard, look at the archers that he played. I'm going to play my Hog Rider on the left-hand side, and he's going to waste an Inferno Tower and not actually be able to stop the Hog Rider from reaching the tower, so super good for us. We've dominated the early game so far, and we've got a pretty decent amount of damage on both towers, and of course with my rocket doing 700 damage a hit, that's going to be super good for us in the rest of the game, so we can go ahead and continue and see if we can keep dominating this match. Alright, so I'm going to go and play my Musketeer in the bottom right. I'm keeping it far enough away from the Furnace to where we don't get hit by the Fireball on both the Furnace as well as the Musketeer. And take a look, there's the Fireball. Look how it can't reach my Musketeer because I played it the farthest possible way to the right without my opponent being able to do anything about it. So really good stuff right there. Able to make sure our Musketeer survives. Our Musketeer's going to shoot down the Mega Minion. Our Musketeer's going to shoot down this Ice Golem. Just such a good placement right there of the Musketeer is going to keep everything alive, but unfortunately the Musketeer just barely gets aggro of the tower, and because of that we're not going to be able to take this tower down. Now let's go and reset with the Furnace in the center of our base. I know that right-hand tower is as good as dead, so I'm just going to leave that. We can use a miner on it, we can use a rocket on it, whatever we need to do to finish that one off. Let's switch to the left-hand side of the map, and we've been dominating this match. Like I said, take a look at the tower damage so far. Besides that very first push from him, he really hasn't been able to do too much to us. And because of that, I'll drop my miner onto his tower. Should be able to take that tower down pretty low. I'll use my Ice Spirit to take out this Hog Rider, getting the Hog Rider frozen perfectly in between those two towers. And with his tower down to 145, it's just out of range of my log, unfortunately. So one more miner should be able to take that tower out and to give us that first tower of the game. All right, so miner onto the tower, Musketeer onto the left, Hog Rider's going right. He's gonna miss his Fireball right there, and he's gonna throw out a good game because we both know this one is over. My Knight's gonna stop the Hog Rider yet again, and besides that very first push of the game and a couple of Fireballs on our tower, that is basically gonna be all the damage that we take. We can rocket at the tower, we can use our log on the tower, the Musketeer is gonna shoot that tower as well, and that's gonna give us 2 crowns to 0 for a very convincing victory using this Hog Rocket deck. And this one was actually pretty nice. We got in a really good groove. I think our deck did pretty well against his deck as well. And his fireballing the Furnace, I really don't like that play, and it put him in a pretty bad position. So 2 clan crowns for us, 29 trophies, and that's going to be a nice, decent chunk. So let's go ahead and continue onwards and make our way towards the top. Alright, so next battle here, we're going to be playing Bright Light, and he's going to throw out a laugh face in the very beginning. Alright, maybe just because we played each other way back when I used to push on the leaderboard. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my Knight and my Ice Spirit. This is a counter to the Elite Barbarians, by the way. You can use a Knight and an Ice Spirit to barely kill the Elite Barbarians before they destroy your tower. They do have to be equal level, though. And let's go ahead and defend on that left-hand side. That was a 2 elixir positive trade for us. He's going to go ahead and play his Mega Minion, which is a 1 elixir positive trade for him. So far, it is 1 elixir positive in our favor. And yeah, there's some little nerd math right there. Now he's gonna play his archers, split those up. That means I'm gonna go for a miner, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the miner to tank the archer, and unfortunately we're actually gonna do it just a half second too late, so the fire spirits weren't able to reach the tower without getting shot at by his tower. But still, the miner's gonna chunk the tower pretty decently. His archer, of course, is gonna chunk my tower. This game is basically even right now, and we're just looking for a way to make our way through and make some progress inside of this battle. Now I'm gonna go for the Hog Rider, and I have the rocket in my hand, but his Furnace is gonna be so good at keeping me out. I'll have to use the Knight and the Ice Spirit yet again to stop these Elite Barbarians in their tracks, and let's see if we can really do anything against this tower. I don't really think so. I'm just gonna let the Musketeer do her thing and shoot that Furnace down, but the miner's gonna go down, his Mega Minion's gonna go down, and yet again we're just focusing on the miner chipping on that tower, and I'll play my Furnace to try to take out his Furnace as well. Alright, so really slow game so far. No one's been able to break through. No one's been able to make the big plays that they want to. I'm going to take the damage from his archers just because. I'll use my fire spirits to take out his fire spirits, and one of my fire spirits will actually live, which is pretty funny, and take out, I guess the furnace was going to die anyways, but a really, really slow battle, and it's obviously going to be until double elixir where we make big plays. I've got the rocket going down, hoping that he was going to play his elite barbarians, but it's not actually going to happen. So that was 6 elixir we spent right there on nearly nothing. So we have to be able to defend against these elite barbarians, or we are going to be in so much trouble. Let's play our ice spirit. That's going to freeze those in their tracks. I've got the knight going down as soon as the fireball finishes up, and that was a really nice defense from us after that risky rocket right there. And we're slowly chipping down his tower, even though this hasn't been the most effective battle. Just using the miner and the rocket eventually will take this tower down. So I'm going to do the best that we can to make sure that happens. And let's go ahead and reset. I don't know what to play right here, so I'm going to throw a log down just because I'm full on elixir and I don't want to waste any. There goes the graveyard though, and this is where things can get in big trouble. He's got the graveyard going down. The musketeer is not a great counter. We have to use something to stop these elite barbarians. I'm going to use my miner and the log to help out, but we're taking so much damage right now, and just like that, he swung the game right in his favor, and our tower's down to 1148. That is not good at all, and I don't think we're going to be able to counter that because we don't have any great graveyard counters inside of our deck. So let's go ahead and use our Hog Rider to try to take out that furnace, but still that's not going to work out exactly how we want it to. So we've got to play really well to try to pull this one off. Let's use the fire spirits, let's use the ice spirit, and let's see if we can take him out. The fireball is going to go down. I don't really mind the fireball, and we're actually going to be able to survive his push right here without taking any damage. That zap spell was a complete waste by him. So let's see if we can make the game go in our favor by going on one final push right here. All right, miner's going down, Hog Rider's going down, rocket's in my hand. Let's play the rocket and try to take out some of these archers. His tower is going to be so low right now. It's down to 830, which means a log and a rocket will finish off this game. So let's see if we can make that happen. We do need to defend the graveyard yet again. So I'm trying to cycle as fast as possible to get to my rocket and log combination. I've got the knight going down right now. I have to use my log against these elite barbarians. Here comes the graveyard, and here comes the skeletons inside of the graveyard. This match is so close. We've got the fire spirits even helping out against the skeletons. He's going to fireball me down and zap me. His tower's down to 203. Let's play our rocket. Let's play our miner. I'm going to play it on the left-hand side of the tower, and our log, and that will be the end of the game. Woo! 3 seconds left in overtime. That was such a good match right there. 26 trophies for that battle, all hard-earned, and that was a very nice victory, pulling it out towards the very end by the skin of our teeth. You can see how weak this deck is against Graveyard. It is not strong against Graveyard at all. The traditional counters to the graveyard are minions and archers. Those are the best 2 counters to the graveyard in the game, in my opinion, just off the top of my head. And I think the Electro Wizard is going to be a fantastic counter to the graveyard, but we don't have either of those in this deck, which is really, really rare for a deck, and why he almost took us out right there, and why we probably have to change up our deck if we want to end up making it to the top. I feel like he just made some mistakes right there, or he would have won. He definitely had a deck that should have beat our deck by not having any counters to the graveyard. And let's just go ahead and continue with our next battle right here against Nova Joshua. He's got the elite barbarians. Let's go ahead and log those down. I might have been able to rocket those, but I was a little bit scared, so I'm going to use the knight. I'm going to use the ice spirit. I have to use my miner as well, just because my knight was slowed from the ice golem's explosion right there. And all in all, looks like we're pretty even. I think he does have an elixir advantage though, and this is the 3rd straight battle that we're going to be playing in, and hopefully if we win this, we can check out how far we're going to get up on the leaderboard. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the furnace in the very center. You guys have seen this before. The furnace is such an annoying card to deal with. I love playing it so much, and I'm going to go ahead and play it right now. I'm tempted to see if I can use my musketeer onto his elixir collector, but it's not going to work. We will get one of our fire spirits onto his musketeer though, and getting ready for his, I'm going to go ahead and play my musketeer right now, and that's going to be able to take out his musketeer, and then we might be able to go on some sort of push. All right, so knight's going to go down. We can maybe play our Hog Rider. There's our Hog Rider. Musketeer again is going to run in front, but it won't take tower aggro for the first time in like forever. Ice Spirit will go down to help out, and our Hog Rider will get a hit or 2 off onto the tower, just 1 hit. So we're really not the push we were looking for, but we did end up killing his elixir collector, which is sort of nice, but I feel like we've been behind in the elixir for most of this battle, and this guy's making the elixir collector work pretty well. I don't think I've used my rocket just yet, so we will be able to use that to kill the elixir collector and get some free damage off into a tower if he plays it behind one of his towers, which I'm guessing he will, but he's going to play it in the center. So let's go ahead and play our furnace, and maybe we can cycle to our miner and be able to take it out a little bit sooner. All right, so musketeer's going to take out our fire spirits. I'm wasting elixir, so let's play our musketeer as soon as possible. I'm going to play my knight as well, and his musketeer will get one hit onto my musketeer before changing its direction, and this is a close battle right now. However, he did miss his fireball onto my Hog Rider, so let's play a rocket. Here comes the prediction rocket. Take a look as it goes. It's going to hit one of the elite barbarians, and that's all we need. Take a look as the Hog Rider and the fire spirits are blasting this tower into pieces, and just like that, guys, one prediction rocket is going to end the game. I'm going to throw out a good game because I know this rocket is going to end this one and stop him dead in his tracks, and unless he can somehow, some way take out our tower with 15 seconds left, there's no way he's going to be able to pick up a victory. Let's use all of our cards defensively. We've got the Knight, we've got the Musketeer, we've got the Ice Spirit, we've got the Log. Let's log those elite barbarians. They're not going to be able to kill the tower by themselves, so I can just use my Log and my Miner to make sure they don't even hit anything on them. And yeah, that is going to be the end of the battle. 1 crown to 0 off that one amazing push. And let's check out how far we've gained up the leaderboard with 23 trophies from this battle and the wins inside of the other 2. That's 3 straight wins, and that should push us farther up the leaderboard, getting us to number 11 in the world at 4,800 trophies. Pretty awesome stuff. It's been a lot of fun pushing on this account in the very beginning of the season. We'll see what happens during the later of the season. I'm going to be going home on the 23rd to hang out with my family for Christmas, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to push, being busy wrapping presents and stuff like that, but I'll see how much I can get in so you guys can keep seeing me climb. And yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more trophy pushing, spam me in the comments below and drop a like on this video. That's how I know you guys want to see more. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.